Most weeks on this build, not much happens, but today is not one of those weeks. The gearbox is coming out of a turbo E46 that should have never been turboed in the first place. Then next week, I'm going to walk you through us pulling the engine out of this thing. So, let's get into it. So what's the plan for us here tonight, George?
We're gonna rip the prop shaft, we're gonna rip the gearbox.
Yep.
We'll see what's inside the Bellhousing.
Okay.
Kind of clutch we've got in there.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
What's the record time you've ever ripped a gearbox out? You ever timed it?
Not really, but I reckon we should be able to sort something from in the next hour.
Next hour. I've never seen one of those tools before.
Magic.
It is magic. Is a tool like that specifically designed for this kind of job?
For awkward places.
For awkward places. What's it called? Magic ratchet.
I don't know. If I don't have it for this bolt here, I have to jack it up, release the handbrake, spin it.
Yeah. That just gets you in there and gets the job done.
Yeah, bang bang.
I feel like I'm living through this set of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift right now. For context, 2138.
I mean, that's exactly the fun part of it.
It is the fun part. Building project cars in the evening. I'd imagine something like that's probably torqued to quite a high rating, no?
Yeah.
Bit of a tapping. What, the bolts?
No. The CV on the back.
The CV on the back. This bit?
Yeah. So like this, we can spin it.
Oh, I see. So it's not locked in with the diff?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, I see. What are these mounts called here then?
Gearbox mounts.
Oh, this is the gearbox mounts. These are the ones that you said it's worth changing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
What you got?
A bit missing bolt.
Where?
Yeah.
On the subframe reinforcement thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
And another one here. They left the chat.
They left the chat. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of things missing on this. Talking of missing bolts, there's another one.
This one is a prefabricated hole for sometime for a different.
Different variant.
Yeah.
Someone who spec'd something else.
It's not about the specking. It's more for different applications.
Okay.
Kind of curious who parked the car like this.
Curious who parked the car like this.
Yeah.
Why, is it in a bad position?
I mean, I can't use the gun. I have to do it by hand.
I bet it was a proper inexperienced mechanic.
So you're watching now how I'm dismantling it,
Yeah.
and then you assemble it. Now we can see better.
Yeah, what are we looking at here?
It's pissing off from everywhere. See here, where it's supposed to be a gasket,
Yeah.
it's coolant coming all the way.
Yeah.
On top of it, where it's supposed to be a gasket, coolant coming all the way.
Yeah.
By the look of it, it's been leaking for a while.
What makes you think that?
In the residue on here.
Oh, it's dried.
Yeah.
The actual block looks pretty clean.
Yeah.
Underneath the oil, like this.
Yeah, when we wash the oil, it's gonna be clean.
Yeah, well. Oh, can you see? Look at all this. That's all the turbo blanket fibers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good, especially considering there's no air filter on it at the moment. You don't want that stuff floating around, do you?
No, that's going back.
You don't think any of it will make it through the mesh gate?
No, because
The
the
intake.
flow it goes that
Goes
way.
back? Yeah. Oh, mate, the oil is horrific. It goes so far up as well. It's all the way up there.
It's leaking from the rocker cover
Yeah.
as well, from timing cover.
That's not standard, is it?
No,
Why have they done that? To make space for the downpipe again?
I don't know.
Weird, isn't it?
That's not supposed to be welded. So the idea of this joint here is if you have to disconnect the steering rack or something on above,
Yeah.
if you do undo this joint and this joint,
Yeah.
that shortens and they comes off.
Right. Why is it welded though? It's weird. It's not even like it's very sophisticated weld.
No,
That's not going to hold that much, is it?
no.
And the corrosion on the front subframe that you pointed out last time. We didn't talk about that on camera, but I think what we're going to do is just sand it down or blast it down or do whatever and then tidy it up a little bit. It makes sense considering we've done the rear subframe. Might as well do the front one as well. Next up was removal of the gearbox cross member, and once we got this out, we were very, very close to getting the gearbox out.
So we're gonna disconnect the gear linkages now.
Gear linkages. And I presume what you're pulling apart there in this bit, this has got something to do with the short shifter. So when you put it all back together again, it's going to be related to this bit here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To my untrained eye, I'm looking at what you're doing here and it doesn't look like it's enormously difficult. It just looks like you have to know what you need to undo and in what order you need to undo it in.
Yeah.
It is just nuts and bolts really, and it's, yeah.
It's not rocket science. If you use your brain just to see the picture, it's easy.
What's the biggest mistake that people make when doing this kind of job, a gearbox?
This one, it's not kind of really a mistake you can do.
No, can't get it wrong.
I mean, for me, yeah.
How many of these do you reckon you've done?
More than 100.
More than 100.
I mean, in manual,
Yeah.
if we include the automatic ones, we're close to a ton.
Yeah, 1,000.
So loads of people, they disconnecting the pump on the clutch
Yeah.
by disconnecting the hose.
Yeah.
Now we'll pull the pump out
Yeah.
without losing the brake fluid. And we can leave it hanging like this. So let's say we fit in the gearbox straight away
Yeah.
with the new clutch. We don't need to bleed it.
Yeah, nice. So with a job like this then, is there anything you need to do from inside the car?
No,
No, you don't at all?
no,
I always thought you did.
no.
Because you've disconnected the gear linkage, I presume, so that means that
Yeah,
it
we
just comes
disconnected.
straight off.
You disconnected them from here.
Yeah.
I don't even need to lift the bonnet.
Ah, okay. That's a scary noise. Common foes to snap.
Nah,
No, they don't. You're gonna give them the nuclear option.
someone tied them up.
Yeah. That's the biggest breaker bar I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the job.
Easy. I'm gonna call that one the pile driver.
So we're gonna do some more extensions.
Some more extensions. I could use an extension. Makes it easy, doesn't it, I think?
Oh yeah.
Looking at what you're doing there and just how little space there is up there, I would imagine that this would be an absolute bastard of a job to do on a jack and axle stand. Like getting to that on laying on the floor is going to be basically impossible. It is doable.
Yeah. But yeah, on a ramp is much easier.
Yeah. With pretty much everything disconnected underneath, we stepped outside, lowered the car, George hopped into the boot to disconnect the battery. And with that, it was time to rip this gearbox out. Coming.
Yep.
She goes.
on the floor.
There she is, one gearbox.
It's completely stock.
Stock clutch.
Yeah. And it's fully worn out.
Fully gone, yeah?
So, because this one is a self-adjustment, the springs are already stretched.
Yeah.
So usually they should, when it's a new clutch, they are squeezed in.
Okay.
And because this one's stock, doesn't cope with the power.
It's asking a lot of the stock clutch, isn't it? The power that it's running.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's stock. Maybe it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I thought it might have been a Hopwood kit that's on this, but the Hopwood full kit does come with an uprated clutch. So it would appear that it's not a full Hopwood kit. It's just a mix and match.
I think the friction plate is upgraded.
Is a friction plate and a pressure plate the same thing?
No.
No, they're different. But they're both part of this area, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Around here, you can notice tiny little drops of coolant. We've made it all the way back here. And there, look. This car is the gift that just keeps giving. So what does a friction plate do? Friction plate is a plate that allows the gears to disengage.
Allows the slippage when you press the clutch to have a bit of a slip in between the flywheel and the pressure plate.
Oh, I see. Smell clutch now.
Yeah. And it's padded clutch on one side, full Kevlar plate on the other side.
So it is uprated.
Yeah, I don't know why they use this one looks like pretty much a stock pressure plate and a stock flywheel, dual mass.
Original flywheel.
Yeah, the stamping still on.
Oh yeah, original BMW. Those score marks.
So that's from slipping.
That's from slipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can feel it as well.
Yeah.
That's the heat, is it?
It comes from the slippage and makes heat and score marks.
Yeah.
And also you can feel them on here.
Oh yeah, you can. So do you know that the kit that I've got, the clutch kit? Does the clutch kit come with this bit as well?
It should do. Especially on a twin plate clutch. It has to.
Because that will be different.
Yeah. Oh, you've got some oil inside the box. Engine oil.
Why would that happen?
It's because of the sump. The seal.
Oh, I
here.
can see it. Yeah, okay. That seal in there.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But that's why we're pulling the engine out.
That's why. Another thing on the list today was to pull out the central vents and the driver's vent from inside the cabin. Probably getting on for midnight, I would have thought. Nah, not quite. Have a day off, mate. I mean, it's only 10 to 11. Relax. Get those vents out. I can take them home. I can sort them out. And then we'll call it a night. Oh, there she is. I remember. This is my car. I don't know if this is just me, but I've owned two E46s over the years, and they both smell exactly the same. I feel like E46s have a distinct smell. I was speaking to one of George's mates, and he was saying that it's because of the leather. Anybody else felt that? I don't know if there's anybody else who owns an E46 watching this, but if there is, tell me. Do you think that E46s have a distinct smell? Because I definitely do. Sad looking gear knob. It's all floppy. So as I said, plan here is to get these out. What we're going to be doing is 2 gauges here, and then we're going to be deleting this one as well. I'm going to be putting another one here. This is the current boost gauge, which I was telling you we've got. I don't know what make it is. Can you see? Eluto. I would suspect Alibaba Special, although I don't know. It might be all right. So I'm pretty sure that to get it off, it's just this piece of trim. Then the radio surround has to come out, these out, and then these come out. E46s have a smell.
Like the E39.
Yeah, you think E39 has a smell too?
Yeah, they have the same smell.
Yeah.
And no other Beamer has it.
Just the E39 and E46?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that is? Leather?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a special smell.
It is a special smell.
It like makes you to addict towards the car.
Yeah. Trim tool. What a great thing. No flathead screwdrivers here, mangling up interior pieces. Yeah, there's a screw. There's one there, isn't there?
Yeah. The other one's missing.
What a surprise.
Should be one on here.
There we go. One vent out. What do you think in terms of the order? We're going to put the boost gauge drivers, EGT, oil pressure in the middle.
If we can manage to fit a vent on here,
Yeah.
boost gauge on here, we'll go for it. If no, we'll mount the boost gauge on here. And,
Above the steering wheel.
yeah.
You could probably buy, I bet there's a universal thing that's available, isn't there?
Yeah.
There must be.
Or we might go, next step is Fast and Furious.
Pillar. Proper Fast and Furious style. Mate, this cabin is going to be so sick. With the 2 gauges and then OMP wheel in the centre here. German build quality. There we go. There it goes. Only cracked once by me. Fragile, isn't it? I hate interior stuff.
Me too.
I'll glue it. It'll be okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here because it's probably quite late now. What's the time? Gone 11. Gearbox out. Clutch out.
11:15 to be exact.
11:15 to be exact. These are out and their work has now officially begun. Thanks as always. Let's go to bed. See ya.